You 10 years ago?
Yeah.
No, it's not worried about giving her belly.
Do I look different? I don't think they know what they're dealing with. You know, it's just like hepatitis back in the 60s when I was growing up in the 70s. The hepatitis was hepatitis, and everybody said, well, everybody panicked and take them people out and shoot them, you know, and kill them because of this disease they got. Well, that obviously didn't happen. And now, and they still don't know, they know about as much about hepatitis C today as they knew about it then. And the same thing with these drugs. Actually, the drugs really work because they know very little about the drug.
Right.
They don't know about the drug until after somebody's been on it and it's screwed them all up. And
well, then they keep giving it to other people where they should learn. And that's why I first started getting on the website to see what other people has happened to them.
Mm-hmm.
And some people have very little side effects. Remember Jimmy in Fort Collins, is his friend?
oh yeah.
He was in a motorcycle accident, lost a leg, had to have blood transfusion, got Hep C. He's been through the treatment 3 times.
And you can't get rid of the Hep C.
There was another friend of his that went to China. He was in the hospital a week to 10 days with all natural things.
Mm-hmm.
Not a trace. Not a trace. Wasn't sick. You know, not what they go through.
Mm-hmm.
He'd lay in the couch in the summertime, hot outside, hot inside, stocking cap, coat covered up, electric blanket. And it was, to me, I think more of the Pegasus, because after he would have a shot, then it would build up, the things would happen to him. I'd call Dr. Holst over one night because he was...
That's funny, I don't remember none of that.
I do. I mean, he was nuts. He was downstairs whispering, you know, and doing things like this, you know, and I called Dr. Holst and he'd come over, but there wasn't a whole lot he could do.
Yeah.
The next morning he was better. But there's so many reactions that he went through, and now things are showing up with him, you know, after all this stuff.
What's showing up? I'm deteriorating. My mind is probably deteriorating. And you know, I gotta look at it in a funny aspect, because if I don't, I will go completely off.
How do you think this should be treated or handled?
Natural. There's if you go on to a search machine and ask for treatment for hepatitis C,
Mm-hmm.
It'll bring up a natural side to it, and they say that it does work. People say it has worked for them. They don't have all the side effects, and Hep C's not come back. So why? I know why the doctors don't, because they get money for giving people this stuff.
Yeah, she was with me that day. I got pissed off with my doctor too, because when he told me that I still have to tell everybody I have Hep C after going through all this shit that I thought was going to get rid of it. Get rid of shit.
It's still in remission. It can still come up. But his was so high. His was 25 million.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so he suggested he did it. He would do it. We went to Denver. He had a liver biopsy. He come up, well, on a scale of 0 to 4, he had just a tad over half a liver left. So I thought, well, it might, you know,
Well,
it would be good for him to go ahead and maybe try it. But the decision was his, you know.
try what?
The Pegasus Copegasus.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, they told me I was going to die if I didn't do the program. That's what my doctor told me. And then when he talked When I went down to Denver and got interviewed by that lady, Dr. Lisa,
she didn't want to give it to him.
She didn't want to
his
give me
personality.
treatment because I've been diagnosed with the antisocial personality disorder towards authoritative figures. And I probably do have one, but I try to keep it in check all the time. The reason I have antisocial personality disorder because the son of a bitch has locked me up for 5.5 years and didn't have no reason to do so. And they give me 5.5 years in the state of Colorado for contributing alcohol to delinquency of a minor. 5.5 years later, federal court turned it over on the grounds that I should have never been arrested, let alone convicted. And then they violated all my constitutional rights and ordered my release from prison immediately. I didn't get a sorry, a kiss my ass, or nothing.
And they didn't release him immediately either.
No, I waited until the next day.
No, it was several days later because his federal attorney had to go back to Judge Zita Weinshank and get an order. And she wrote an order to them to either release Mr. Heck or you will take his place. And it was hand-delivered to Ari Zavaris in Botwell.
And they released me in '85. I've been out 13 years, 14 years. And ain't none of it been pleasant either. I might as well be back in prison. Hell, I don't go out no place. I don't go do nothing. I can't. The doctors got me so screwed up now, it's disgusting. You know?